5, 6. Okay. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. I don't know what time it is. Where's my phone? It should be charged though, but this is a request. And it's what are your psychic abilities? Wait, what psychic abilities are you growing? This is a request and it's from Don't Look Behind. Okay, yes, no regrets. Okay. Life goes on. I feel like I'm throwing money when I say that. Like, fuck it, life goes on, and I run, and like there's this a rain of money behind me, and everyone's like distracted, and then I get away. I keep saying that I'm gonna disappear in a flash of bats, but no, I'm gonna disappear in a vacuum of money. Just gonna explode a money bomb off on everyone and run away. I'm not there. Why? Well, I'll give it more time. Either way, I'll get you something to pick from. Also, a chance for them to get here. Oh, hey, you are here. Good, perfect. Okay, because you liked the oh, I think it was you that liked the comment. This is someone liked your comment, and I'm like, that's probably them. I'm coming. I'm actually. If I sit down to read the comments, it's because I'm ready to read something. I just usually end up getting distracted on Twitter. I'm out there offending people. I don't even know how. I'm just in a corner. This is interesting. This one's burnt. The corner of this one is burnt right as I say that. So if you're someone that likes weird synchronicities, let's say hey, pick that one. What what psychic abilities are you growing? I wanted to say creepy ones that people get creeped out about. That's for sure. I creep people out all the time with things like this. My ex tells me because he's been away from me now for 2 years. We've been we've had space. I tell him, sorry, I do that. And he's like, oh no, I know. He says, I can see now. He's like, he says, you have a gift with bringing weird things. I'm like, yeah. But listen, I also got a gift of getting things back, right? I got my motherfucker's car back with my mind. I didn't even have to call or talk to anybody. I just pointed out how stupid it was, and then reality took place. Yeah, bend reality back into normality. Okay, so 4, what psychic abilities are you growing / learning? We have option 1, the fish, option 2, the earthworm, and option 3, the rabbit. Okay, I got Mr. Butters banging down the door right now. I might have to go let him in. Maybe he's hungry. He's been in a mood today. So it's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes for the shuffle and then about 20 to 25 minutes per pile. So plan accordingly. I see you there. Bye. Let's see if it'll give me my channel. Am I there? Is that me? That is me. There I am. No, my hair is not black, if anyone's actually curious. It's brown. It's just looking black. It's color changing. When I was little, it was all strawberry blonde. And then it just got darker and darker as I started to see more and more people in the world. Okay, I'll be back. Hi there, Mr. Butters. Enjoy. Okay, I'm back for the shuffle. Anyone's still there? And you're welcome for doing the request. Thank you for putting it in. I really got nothing going on over here. I don't really know what kind of requests people want. I mean, I could sit here for like an hour and try to figure it out. I gotta just wait for the idea. So it helps. Mm-hmm. I didn't bring an extra drink. I don't think I have very much Red Bull left. Oh, good job. These plants. Oh, okay. Look, I bought this plant. It's a succulent. Isn't it pretty? Okay. I think it's really pretty. I like it. And it looks like a watermelon. And then this one is another little succulent I bought, and it looks like a strawberry, like legit. Okay. It broke on my way home. Poor thing. Okay, but it's really pretty. It's like a little cactus type thing. I don't know. It doesn't need water. It doesn't need much attention. It's perfect. Okay. Just needs me to come and wet it up a little bit. Yeah, rain on it a little bit every now and then. This plant, though, that one takes up a lot of room. This one is just too cute. Maybe you like plants. Okay, so maybe you can, I want to say connect the plants. That's interesting. That's a whole lot of that's a whole lot of chatter. If we actually go there, talk about connecting with like actual matter. Okay. Psychic touch would be something, that's for sure. For whoever likes the plants. No, I can't see my chat because of that plant. Hold on. I don't have room for my cards. Oh yeah, the love readings, yeah. I mean, I like to do love readings, but they honestly all sound the same, even for me. And it's like I don't really want to take part in that nonsense. I'll do it maybe like once a week, just to tune in right quick, like passions, then I turn off the TV. Because let's not forget, soap operas are Monday through Friday. They are every fucking day. So we're only tuning in once a week just to see if maybe, just to keep it alive. Okay, that's all I say. Just to keep it alive. If I pay no attention to it, then I'm not even gonna I'm literally gonna end up alone. And I told myself I don't really deserve to end up alone. Okay. So I'm like, I'll try. I'll always try. But I'm real quick to say, never mind. This is the same thing. Am I self-sabotaging? Possibly. How to lose a guy forever? Yes, maybe. Okay. But she's been through things. Right? The fact that I even try, I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that one. Fuck love readings. Okay. They waste your time. They're good for entertainment. They're like keeping the dream alive. Okay. And oh hello. W. I'm just gonna call you W. Because I don't know my mouth's dry and that's a lot of letters. It is. I really like these plants. They were like $6 a piece. So I was like, I'll do it. I had to bring them on the city bus. That's how this motherfucker got broke. My kid was being a douchebag. They didn't want to help me with the groceries. They said they were too tired. Yo, this person, this kid is like twice my size, yo, like a football player. Why can't they help me more than that? I'm like, what's your deal? I don't know. I get hostile right quick, right? Not like literally. Listen, that kid's big. Right. They're short, they're tiny, but mighty, that one. I swear, dude. I walked by them the other day when they were in a mood, and they like, I don't know, I was trying to scoot by, and I don't know, they took their shot at me. They did like a trucker shove, and I was like, whoa, I almost flew into the wall. I was like, yo, you can't touch me like that. I was like, you can't football me across the room and tell me you can't help me with a bag. Hey, ain't nobody stupid here, you lazy. Kids are lazy. They don't do nothing. But either way, that's the story of my succulents. But I realized when I got home that it looked like a strawberry. It was up here, and I was like, oh, "It looks like a strawberry." I was like, I think that was the point, right? But this one doesn't really look like a watermelon, but they're still really cute. I don't know. Hello, Wildcat. Wow, I haven't seen you in a while. I guess you got hired somewhere and you got a job now. Either that or you're just really busy looking for jobs, or I don't know, maybe you're taking a vacation. Yes, I know. That's what I was like. Listen, man. I was like, you should be doing more. I don't know. Kids are lazy. Some more than others. Some don't even have to be asked. Like me, I'm someone that's very helpful. I feel like it's just part of your character. Because for me, like I'm at work, okay, perfect example. All right, I was always this way as a kid too. So it's like, I don't know, shit doesn't change. But like I'm at work and I help my boss any way I can. She's older, she's got a fucked up knee. So what does that mean? I'm younger and I'm actually here to exercise. So I'm gonna help her with the vacuum, the mop, all the heavy things. Okay. And then I don't know. She doesn't see it as I'm helping her. She sees it as it's owed to her or something. And it's like, no, no, no. I was just helping you. I don't know. People started bitching at me yesterday because I didn't tidy up her room. I'm like, listen, I always tidy up that room because I'm extra helpful. If I walk by a fucking, like, because we have to put the furniture up and shit sometimes to take care of it. I'm the floor girl for her room, for basically every room. My room's in there and hers. So it's like I come through, it's ready. I do the floor, I leave. And then, like, while I'm walking around, just looking around, checking because I'm bored, I'll put the room back together because I'm helpful, I'm useful. I'm that star employee that goes above and beyond because I don't know why am I here if I'm not going to do the job. I'm going to stay my ass home. I don't know. I don't understand that. I have a work ethic that people don't understand, which is working. I work when it's time to work. I don't know. My ex used to tell me, "Oh, you gotta chill." Like when I built this desk, it took me like 9, 10 hours. Okay, this is my desk. This is my baby. Okay, I stepped on a tack. It went into my foot while making this desk. I literally had to like close my eyes and like pretend to be asleep while he like pulled it out with a hammer. He had to actually pull it out with a hammer. That was terrible. Stepping on it was like, ow, that hurt. And then looking at it and seeing the reality of what I did, it was like a tack, like an industrial tack. I made to go in the desk somewhere with a hammer. Ah, oh god, it went in my foot. But it took me like 8 hours. I didn't eat, didn't do nothing but drink and smoke cigarettes. I can survive off of cigarettes and beverage. Yes. Okay, what's my fucking superpower? Surviving off of cigarettes and beverages. I've met a few people that do this, all right? They're usually older and more retired. But either way, yeah, I got an extreme work ethic. So I usually pick up any and all slack she does, and she doesn't even know I do it because I don't know. I don't know. Am I really supposed to tell her, hey, I took care of that, and I took care of that for you, and I took care of that for you, and took care for what? So she could not give a fuck? No way. I do it because it's my job. It's not to impress her. So she doesn't know half the shit I do extra. But yesterday at work, she wanna start yelling at me on the street like I'm a dog, dude. Like I'm a fucking dog. I'm out there smoking my cigarette, playing on my iPad. And I hear, Nicole! I'm like, Mom? Since when? What the fuck? I say, yeah. She's like, you forgot to do this room. And I said, what? What do you mean I forgot to do a room? I was like, I did all the floors. What are you talking about, lady? And she's like, no, no, you forgot to put the furniture back. I'm like, well, that was your room. You were dusting it, and I just didn't notice. And then she's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it for you. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah, this lady's nuts. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then she comes in the car because she knows she's being a bitch. Right? She settles in, and then she gets angry about it because she doesn't like that I realize that she's a dick. And and she's in the car with me later, and she's like, you also forgot to do the baseboards in the master bathroom. And I did not. I actually sprayed those motherfuckers myself and washed them because in that bathroom particularly, they trim their own hair. So that means I have to do that bathroom by hand, and it takes me forever to get all of the trimmed hairs because they store the broom from sweeping in the corner. So I did that shit by hand. I have to do it by hand. And then she's like, and you didn't do the stairs. It's impossible you did those stairs. And I'm like, no, I can assure you I did the stairs. I was like, they just probably got dusty from when we did the upstairs. I was like, no, that's just impossible. And I'm like, you know what? Listen. I was like, there's a certain line of respect that you're gonna have to hold here, or I'm about to rip your fucking face off, snap your neck, and take your car home, motherfucker. But I didn't. I walked off. I just went inside the car. Okay, and I just went to the next job. Next job didn't go so bad. Next job was a whole nother story, a whole nother woman. So I said, my boss is a little nutty. I just gotta hold on, man. I just gotta brace myself for those types of occasions. I'm doing all right. Last time she did it to me, I completely screamed at her on the street. I thought for sure, I was like, I'm done. I was about to quit. I was like, I know this lady ain't doing that to me. Treat me like a dog. Oh, not happening, motherfucker. I don't know. I even told her, I said, listen, man, I got something. I got some PTSD with that shit. You have to learn to talk to a bitch properly and know your role. Oh, I'm getting moody. This is supposed to be about psychic gifts or whatever, psychic abilities. I don't know. Maybe you're psychic. I want to say maybe you're an all-in-one, bang it, all-in-one. Maybe you're an owl. We got the owl. We got the wisdom of good. So maybe you're, maybe you're all knowing. Got some clairs going on. Do we want a song? I think so. Yeah. I gotta do something about this mouth. It's dry. I'm trying to think if I have anything to drink. I gotta go to the store. I think I might have drinks. This song pops out again. That song popped out, I think, in my last reading. Oh yeah, my overall point of that that work rant was some people are helpful and some people are not. I've determined that there's two types of people for sure in this world. There's many types, but there's definitely two types. There's team players and then there's solo players. And now here's the kicker, guys. The team players are always able to do it solo. It's the solo players that are on some type of I'm against the world shit. Okay, so it's like the team players are always building better things, while those people sitting alone don't do shit. I feel like because they're constantly competing. So it's like my boss literally competes with me all day, and I don't get why. I'm like not competitive material. I don't know. This isn't my life. I mean, it's my hobby. I don't know. I see cleaning as a side piece in life. Like everybody does it, and everyone's got their own ways. So my ways fit quality enough to be paid for. So I went to go work there. I don't know. She's strange. I never quite understand her. But she keeps me because I'm good. I got an eye for polish, right? I like to polish it. I'm a Pisces. I like things to make things shine. I love a fresh paint job. I don't even like cars, but man, do I love a nice, pretty paint job. I want to touch it. Okay. Anyways, so what psychic abilities are you growing slash learning? Hi, I'm back. Okay. Option one is the fish. Option two is the earthworm. And option three is the rabbit. So go ahead and pick your pick. I'm probably going to be about 25 minutes per pile. So go ahead and plan accordingly. And I'll see you there. Bye. Let's see if anyone spoke. I kind of went into a rant. I'm so used to doing all those videos without live streaming that it's like I forget that I have people here. And also because being psychic, it's like you can kind of do it alone, so you forget that there is even a channel. Dying from crazy weather. Oh, really? Me, it was super hot, and then it got super cold, and I got super sad. I hate when it's cold, but then it got nice again. Whatever. I mean, it's weather-wise, I really can't complain other than being old and cold. Oh, damn it, Pooja! I didn't get to see it. What did it say? Played football my sophomore year and tore my knee. Oh, 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 that's good, Dom. I'm happy to hear that. I fucked up my knee too, oddly enough. Mine isn't from doing something as cool as football. I was just going to the bathroom at Burger King and they didn't have a sign. I did some type of weird twist and I tore my ACL. Shit happens to me. I had to go through lots of therapy. That was when I realized I don't like masseuses. Okay. I was very happy. The lady that massaged me was very nice, but it made me realize this is hella creepy. I don't like it. Okay. Yes, it did. It took blood, sweat, and tears. I did actually cry a little when that shit went in my foot and I saw it. It's like I wanted to faint, but my mind wouldn't allow it. They're like, "No, no, you don't get to faint." And I'm like, "Please, I'm weak." And like, I got weak. I like fell over. I was like, "I can't stand." I was like, "I got no energy anymore. What happened to me?" I started completely freaking out. I'm a spaz. That shit was fucking scary. It was ginormous. It gives me the shakes just thinking of it. It was like a nail. When I went in my foot, and he couldn't get it out. I was like, "Yo, stop fucking with me. Just rip it out." I can't. I was like, "Oh my God, just get the hammer?" Question mark. Are you sure? I'm like, this seems to be the logic. And then we do that and it worked. And it was really, really gross. I didn't like it. I don't think I'll ever forget the feeling that that gave me. It's in my soul, burned there. Like, uh, okay. I remember one time I watched my cousin step on a nail that was like this long. That shit went in the foot and out. And I was like, I don't want that to ever happen to me. And then it did while building this desk. Oh, another thing too, my other cousin used to always catch nosebleeds, like random ones, all right? We were in the car once and it just started bleeding. I was like, it's bleeding. Why? What's happening in there? Why does it happen? Like I start freaking out. And they're like, oh no, it happens all the time. They go back like this. And I'm like, you're just gonna swallow it. No, what are you doing? They're like, don't worry, it stops it. I'm like, oh my God, this is making me want to die inside. I need to know how that happens. I could never figure out a nosebleed. So that was a number one fear of mine. Okay, yeah, no, that when I've had my nosebleed now, and it's a very terrifying experience. Same fucking earth shattering. I want to say life changing. It changes you that day. You don't know. You change the day you see your own nosebleed. I don't know how to explain that. There's a transformation that occurs that makes you like go a little different. You're a little different from that day forward. Okay, what are we looking at here? Okay, option one. Sorry, the fish. Oh, okay, you might be a water sign. I want to say water definitely has something to do with your psychic abilities. So there definitely is a way to, I want to say, channel water, obviously. It's a channel. Most like rivers are channels. These words are similar for a reason. But basically, empty room, you might stay home a lot. But um gratitude, I feel like you're very grateful. Just let myself into your shoes. The gem card though, I feel like I don't know, you got a lot too. I feel like all the piles do. Glamour. Ooh, okay, the glamour. The glamour is good. I'm thinking of that Fergie song. Okay, but into this mirror, I now see realms of possibility. You might be able to scry. What is the question? What psychic abilities are you growing? Maybe you're trying to learn how to scry. Okay, I want to say mirrors. It's maybe just learning how to use mirrors in general. Mirrors are actually ways to look into things. It's a way to be spied on and spy on people. A black mirror is a whole nother type of spying. An actual real mirror is like the open way. So it's more of a watch. Like you can talk to a mirror, something like this. Not literally like a cartoon character sitting there talking to your mirror, but I feel like, well, I mean, that's kind of what she's doing. Okay, but no, I'm saying something with mirrors. We'll figure it out more. I'll hone in on something. Okay, I've researched a lot of different things in the world. I've been bored. Okay, the bouquet, Queen of Swords. So I want to say you might be very good with your words. So some of your abilities might be actually things you say. Okay, you might have psychic wisdom to where you, I want to say, maybe spout out things, psychic messages without realizing it. Maybe you don't realize it, or maybe you're beginning to realize it. Maybe you're just realizing in general that you even receive psychic messages and you're trying to learn how to receive more. I feel like it's all around you. You just have to learn to listen. You don't actually have to do anything. Okay, Mark Ronson, Camilla Cabello, find you again. So that's making me think you're worried about this. Keep like, I don't know, like you think this puts a target on your back. We're like, no, but you're sounding like an oracle. Okay, oracles definitely do got targets on their back. But it's like, that's why I'm here to let you know, okay? You need to know that you're the oracle, and then that target fades away. You become a threat, not a target. I feel like a whole nother type of target, one that they know they can't kill or attack or psychically go after or nothing. But it all comes with self-awareness. You have to know your abilities. Okay, so what psychic abilities are you growing? I want to say maybe you're growing into an oracle. All right. I was a wee little oracle. I got told, oh, Nicole, please. Oh, Nicole, can you? Okay, I call it being like a magic eight ball. People might, Abby, you might be able to randomly answer questions for people. You also might have issues with your speech. This is normal. I feel like it's hard to explain, but it's a way to stop you from giving messages. The more speech impediment you have, the more struggle you have to speak, the more you have someone wanting you to shut up. Now, what that means is subconsciously and directly in your life. It's all the subconsciouses that play because you're like unawoken or freshly awoken or something. We have the journey card. Maybe you're realizing this. I don't know, the rider card. I don't know, maybe you fell in love with someone. I don't know, maybe people, okay, listen. All right, there's a certain sex appeal that comes to knowing things. I feel like the sexier your mind, the more your mind knows, the more people know you know subconsciously. So I feel like you might be subconsciously very, very, very attractive and maybe literally. I don't want to say with the glamour card, I feel like maybe you don't really do too much. Gem, I don't know. Assertiveness, rise up, stand stronger and true. That's about basically self acceptance, self awareness, and understanding. Like being aware that you're someone that people try to control. I'm gonna say your mouth, your actions, whatever it may be, and it's because it's very psychically inclined. But with the mountain card, that's what I'm trying to say. There's some type of blockage. It could even be religious. We have a religion's like one of the major fucking blockages in finding oracles and having oracles alive. Okay, listen, I've read the Bible. I read, guys, I read the Bible. And the Bible says there's no more oracles. My mama's read the Bible too. She told me that there's no more prophets. But then there's a time when it's marked when there is the prophets. Like, it's hard to explain that they end up coming back because why history repeats itself. Because why, guys, the Bible wasn't a book about what's happened, it was a book about what's to come. Mind blown because it's a repeat. So basically, there's a silencing effect to a lot of people, and there's been like, I want to say, a mass awakening to people, but they're all going to be under the age of 36. I was gonna say, if you give a fuck, we can talk privately, and I'll tell you why. But either way, that's because it's way too much for right here, right now. Okay, you just gonna have to trust me. Do you trust me? You should trust me. Why? Because I got no reasons to care about you. Okay, I got no manipulation in your life. I don't control people. I suggest. Okay, so anyways, the Queen of Swords. So the things you have to say, I want to say specifically, are highly important. So if you're resonating with blockages to your mouth, be it actual speech or just shyness or overthinking, social anxieties, things like this, I feel like that's imposed on you on purpose, but it's because what you have to say is important. It's you are. So you are actually what all those other people in you Chloe on the midnight PBS or whatever channels that was. Chloe the tarot reader. You're everything Chloe wanted to be. Because people are psychic, it's about using your mind. But then there's also people that are a gifted mind, like in a empty room. I feel like you kind of don't got nothing going on, but you still have plenty to say, I'm sure. And I have a feeling interacting with people makes you talk. And I feel like you mirror people. This is what the mirroring effect is. You have a mirror effect on people. This is a psychic ability that you should learn to grow. Take note at your behaviors when you're interacting with others because you're going to vibe with them. You're going to naturally match them. And if you're someone who's shy and kind of doesn't talk, it's because you don't want to match them. Okay, or like you're hesitant to, but I feel like you could flow right with anybody. With the journey card, I feel like I don't know your age, but basically life's quite an interesting one for you. With the fish card, I feel like maybe you travel a lot, maybe you move around a lot, something like this. Personal issue reaches resolution. I feel like that comes to a halt. Once you can actually put a pause on your life and stop being such a nomad, I want to say like a gypsy, okay? Maybe you have gypsy. Okay, once you're able to not be such the Esmeralda of the streets, I guess, and you finally settle down somewhere, I want to say, and you're able to like, I feel like grow your own opinions on things and pay attention. I don't know, you're able to get freedom from something that was causing you to be blocked. Whatever this Eight of Wands is over here, it's something really close to you, direct. So it might even be like someone that actually looks at you like while you're on the phone and tells you like don't talk like this and don't do like this. You know what I mean? Something like this. Someone very controlling over what you speak. I feel like you might have to get alone or just get used to being alone. Because the more listen, these people will try to act like you need them when you kind of don't. Because you're fine. I feel like, but you do need people. You're a fish. You need a school. You're not alone. Dory isn't alone, but yet we are. We're all scattered in the earth here. But rise up, stand stronger and true. I feel like I mean. Eventually, I don't know. You be bold and make the first move with wisdom. You make a move on something. I want to say romance. Maybe you're maybe you're really good at reading people romantically. I sat with my friend on what was it? Badu? Badu. Listen, my boss told me you should try Badu. I met my husband there in 3 days. And I was like, well, I'm not really looking for a husband. I was like, just kind of looking for someone to hang out with. I was like, but I mean, I'll try. I try. I end up sitting there talking with my friend. My friend makes an account, and they end up sitting there making. We end up just talking about all the different people trying to date us psychically, and it's hilarious. All right, and we're right. All right, we're totally right about what we're saying because these people are too easy. And then we actually talked with these people a bit, and we realized we were right. So the point that was just with Badu. I didn't bother with that. With Tinder, it was like I was going in there like I was an FBI agent. I was like, let's find me a serial killer. I know you're here, motherfucker. And I found him. First guy found him. He's like, you want to go meet coffee? I like horror movies. And I was like, I don't want to meet coffee. I just met you 5 minutes ago. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I'll get to know you a little bit more if that makes you. I was like, first man I talked to was the serial killer. Ay, 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 Chihuahua. Kick that motherfucker out the door. I find one seemingly normal person, and they ended up being just the demon, just the devil themselves. Right? So I should, but when it applies to me, as I said, do not listen. I don't know what happened there. I'm fantastic at knowing these people. I don't know. Either way, the bouquet. I thought they were just going to be a gay guy. I didn't think they were going to be this big of a mess. All That's literally all I got from it. I was like, "Oh, he likes anal a lot. He's just a gay guy." No, no, it's far worse than just a gay guy. Yeah, he's fucking. He thinks he's tough too, but he's a pussy. Risk. Learn to grow wherever you are planted. So I feel like, yes, you've moved around a lot, but you get planted somewhere. Maybe you're planted now, maybe you've been planted. Right? I feel like you've been planted. If this is the case, you've been planted. I'll talk to the more older crowd here. Okay, you've been planted. Okay, so this is for your future if you're younger and you haven't been planted. But you've been planted now, and I feel like now's the time, empty room, I feel like to explore your mind. Open your mind. I want to say and explore all the strange things in life. We got the gem card. I feel like you can read things without like I feel like you might have a good imagination, right? But with the priest card, I feel like you have an actual strictness to you. Okay. So it's like I don't know, if you go and read some nonsense, you're gonna be able that's what it is. You have that's what it is. You have truth sensing. I was like, truth what? Truth seeking, truth whatting, truth sensing. People can't lie to you. You can sense the truth. So this means when people talk to you crazy that don't make no sense, it's because they're trying to lie to you and they can't. And they're just like, never mind. If people ghost you, it's because they can't lie to you no more. Things like this. If people just ignore your questions, it's because they didn't want to lie. They can't lie. They just don't. This is a psychic gift. You're gonna know if they lied no matter if they lie. And some people have the audacity to still do such lies. They will go over this little boundary you have of like, don't bother lying to me. I feel like this emanates from you. People don't lie to you. People tell you the truth. Know that. That's a psychic gift. Your mind makes people tell people the truth. Wisdom card. I feel like you know things. That's why I say you're an oracle. They know that if you don't know it, you will. You can. You can ask yourself. You can find the answer. You can divinate. I don't know. You could do something, but it's with yourself. It's with your mind. The B card. Maybe you like to work a lot. I feel like, listen, work itself, you might get a lot of psychic insight about work. I feel like you're right. Right? Be bold and make the first move. I said you got to start. I'm gonna say speaking up. Just speaking. I feel like, but you're gonna have to be okay with being alone because not a lot of people are gonna want to be around you because not a lot of people can handle being around somebody like that because whether you judge these people or not, they don't like people that know them. They know their secrets and things like this. They're not going to like that. So you got high priestess energy for sure. You're like a secret keeper, male or female. This doesn't have to be a female. That's the beauty of it. But I feel like if you're male, no, you're a man, motherfucker. You're not a female. I feel like you might be feminine as fuck sometimes, but you're still a man. Hey, you have a dick. No matter the size or shape, I feel like that's it. I mean, and same for the women. Y'all ain't men, all right? But y'all definitely probably got like a non-binary to your mind. I feel like because that's just how it is. That's part of the awareness. I feel like you have to really take a hard look at what's really going on in here, out here in this world, all right? And accept it. And then you work from there. So you might be really good with logic. Okay, I feel like you have to, and if you're not, if you don't know that, you are. But I want to say you got to use reality with your what would the opposite of reality be? Artificial? No, whatever. You got to use your 3D with what's going on in the 5D. You got to do with what you see with what you think. You got to be able to mathematically combine them to make an equation. You can't just live one side or the other. Okay, you have to incorporate both, or else it's nonsense. Both of them are a lie. One or the other, like it's a lie. Somewhere there's a lie. Okay. I don't know what we're laughing about, Wildcat. Would I be a great catch to my special person? Well, honestly, I don't even have to do a read to that. If you're their special person, if that's your special person, then of course you're the best catch. It's written right there. You see? No reading needed. Okay. I am pile one. I am the claircognizance. Yes, and it's very accurate. I always know who's lying. That's what I'm saying. I'm tuning into this type of person, and I'm giving you any advice, anything you already know. That's cool. Anything I'm telling you, this maybe new. I'm gonna say that's because I've already experienced it. So it's like you could take my advice. Right? Learn to go. Well, learn to grow wherever you are planted. Maybe with the B card, maybe you're trying to move, but What psychic abilities are you growing? I feel like moving isn't going to help you. This is you. It's going to follow you. Not it, I don't know, but I feel like connecting with finding people that are in school, your school of psychic fishies, it helps. The more you realize who you are in this world, the more you can recognize others that are like you. So it's like I was saying a while ago, it's like the me theory. Like you're me, you have to learn you. Okay? You're empty, and then you gotta realize who you are. You gotta turn the light switch on, you realize you're not empty at all. Okay, you wake the fuck up, so to speak. And then I feel like you're me. You're a person. You're you. And you're loud and proud about it. But then you realize there's others that are like you. So now the me, okay, it's like to take the frown upside down because eventually you get lonely and you realize you're alone. But then you frown upside down and the me becomes we. You realize you are connected with other people psychically. Okay, you have telepathy, probably, things like this. And I feel like the more you practice it, and you have to, it's like with, it literally is like with Peter Pan. All right, laugh at me all you want, motherfuckers. I know telepathy because of it. So who's laughing now? Okay, but you just gotta believe it's real, and it's real. Let me tell you, I actually have tested it, tried it, and my friend will actually contact me like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, what?" Like, and I'm like, "I knew it. I'm doing it." All right, so yeah, trust me. The more people you find that are willing to talk about like any abilities that they have, the more you're going to realize your abilities. And then the more you're going to be able to grow them because you're going to be able to just like, I don't know, formulate things. Okay. So something about being good with logic. And if you don't realize you're good with logic, I want to say maybe you're just too young and distracted. With the B card, you might be busy. So I want to say getting mental clarity, getting being alone, honestly, mentally, like without anyone around you and having like freedom, full freedom of speech, like being off like, I don't know, in the yard by yourself when no one's listening and letting loose, like talking to yourself. I feel like that is a way to help you build your psyche, okay? And your telepathy. And then it's like eventually you can start doing it in your mind. Okay, but I feel like you have to be alone with yourself and your thoughts, and you have to go with the flow of a conversation that starts to happen. And then that's the telepathy. And now, how it transpires to the other person with the research I've been doing is that they just know. I don't know how to explain that. They end up having a dream, they end up seeing a television show, they hear a song on the radio, they get something, and then y'all talk, and then they realize, wait a minute, I psychically knew this. And it's like because of the telepathy. So now you have to somehow, once you realize you have a telepathic connection to another person, you have to kind of help them learn how to do it so that they don't have to just rely on TV and dreams and things like this. They can just sit there and have the chat with you. But I feel like I haven't got to that stage yet. There's distance, right? We're separated as fishies, all right? But there's a reason why the fishes swim in schools and do everything together. The dolphins, they do everything mentally. It's like that. You're not just a fish, you're a dolphin. You're a fourth kind, okay? Is what I call it. With the owls card, yes, you're very, very special. And then we even have the magical powers card, okay? With the passions card, okay? So like I said, you might not have the most lust, you might not have the most passionate of romances in your life, but I feel like you got some in your mind. I feel like you might be a hopeless romantic. Hey, I feel like that's fine, but you always got to compare it to reality and realize that that ain't happening. I don't know, but I feel like you got to keep the dream alive because one day it can. I don't know. I like to think it can. I'll let you know if I ever find the answer to that one. Dance card. I feel like dancing is good for you. Dancing will help you clear your mind. How do you dance? I feel like I'm trying to picture a dude dancing. How's a dude gonna dance? I feel like that makes me think of masturbation. So I feel like masturbating clears your mind. I feel like clear your mind and then do thinking. So masturbate and then go think. Even if you got to masturbate 10 million times to get through the thought process, I feel like you got to do it. I don't know. Protection. So you're psychically protected though. I feel like from yourself, like you do it yourself. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. I feel like you keep everybody safe. I feel like people that know you are very safe and protected and even blessed. I feel like that's one of the reasons why people try to control you, because a lot of people like to control people in this world. And if you're something worth controlling, like you're very powerful with your mind, and they think you're dumb like a fish, okay? And that you got to realize you're not dumb like a fish. You're not just in a fish tank getting fed, okay? You're not just a starfish or a SpongeBob. You're actually a really fucking, all right, all knowing good person. And I feel like, and that's very powerful. So you have to practice, I feel like, mostly what the majority here can do to grow. I feel like something with your speech. Get more open-minded with your thoughts. I'm not good. Hold on. It's a translation flub. Okay, but you got to get more accepting of it. Oh, and mind reading. That's a thing. I'm sure you mind read. That's part of the mirror effect. You're mirroring the other person. Some people you won't want to talk to, and it's because what's in their mind you don't want to discuss. So it's like you'll have people where you're like, I don't know why I don't really like that person. I just don't really like the person. It's because you've read their mind subconsciously. This is all subconscious. Your goal is to bring whatever you do in the subconscious, because you're the shit, and bring it into the forefront here, into our 3D reality, how to use it and connect it to reality. Because listen, all the craziness you think is happening in your mind and in the background in the world, like in the shadow realm, in the subconscious, in the 5D, in the fuck who knows where. And we're all there. It's like the biggest online multiplayer game you've ever fucking met is the fucking 5D. That's where we all live, even the dead people. But we're here in reality. So you're picking up on shit that's happening in that nonsense back there, and it displays in reality because as above, so below. So it shows in your reality somehow, but it's not going to show in the same way your imagination plays it out. You have to tether it properly. So you have to learn to tether your visions. Okay, you're someone who can obtain visions. I feel like you can do this probably with just chilling, relaxing, listening to music, all sorts of, I'm going to say you just might have all sorts of random moments of, oh, and it makes sense. And you're like, that might be why that person did that. I feel like those are moments of, those are little messages shot to you from someone else that knows psychically. They're telepathically sending you that message. So that random thought was actually a telepathic delivery. You see? So, dragonfly, you bring light to this world. I feel like everything you say is true. It's how you angle it. So, your word choice is very particular, I want to say, and that's working around your word blockages is one of the easiest ways just to say exactly the truth. I feel like so that's one of the reasons why you have blockages too, because you might be being told to lie. So you find a way around it because you might not be someone that likes to lie. If you're like me, you don't care to lie. What's the point? That's like living in a fantasy world. Who's really crazy? A liar or someone who talks honest? Yeah, the things that come out of that honest person's mouth might sound ridiculous and crazy, but I feel like the person that's willing to walk a life of a lie is by far batshit crazy because they're trying to force me to believe lies that aren't real. So it's like, who's really living in imagination station? Who's really just able to understand it? Okay, think about that. You look so oh, thank you. I guess it's because my hair's down. Okay, I never let my hair down because it's kind of it's a nuisance. But I'm off today, and it was hairbrushing day. Okay, let's see. Hope you have a nice day. Send love, positive, and blessing energies. Well, thank you. Right back at you, Natalie. Hope you have a great week. Oh yes, it might be my cute little peep show there. Okay, I'm wearing my cute little Batman shirt. Okay, look at it. Okay, this shirt is the cutest. Okay. I have my Boomy. I don't. He doesn't live with me. He lives with my ex. But I get pictures of him sometimes. Okay, he looks just like this little Batman. Okay, that's my Batman. Okay. Maybe you connect well with animals since it came up during pile one. But either way, you have mental connection, telepathy, for sure. I want to say it's easy if you're looking for a study buddy. I feel like men, if you're a woman, a man, it's something about the way the positive and then something about the way the positive and the negative energies catch back and forth. and relate to each other. It's a good polar opposite, but it's only if you openly and knowingly are practicing like this, okay? Or else it's just confusing. So it's like, and yes, you might actually end up getting horny and falling in love with the person you try to do it with. I feel like I have to give that as a disclaimer. So it's like, make sure if you're not single, I feel like don't just go looking for someone because that's a high risk situation. I haven't got very far with I've only practiced with things, but it's like I can definitely see how that's gonna make someone want to be with someone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, that's just where I imagine it to be because I don't know, I have logic. But either way, so it's like, I don't know. I feel like I need to tell that for the ones that aren't single. If you're single, I feel like find yourself a single study buddy. Okay, yes, big owl, little owl. Okay, that's who you become. All right, but till then, I feel like just focus on basically believing that when you do that, it's true. Like if you said something and you think it's true, oh, trust me, it was true. Maybe you said it to the wrong person, but it's definitely true for someone. You know what I mean? So that's why I said there's something with learning and learning how to grow it so that you can angle it properly. I feel like sometimes you're not meant to know who it is. It's meant to be anonymous. So sometimes I like on Twitter, I use it to vomit out anything that comes to mind sometimes. And it's like people show themselves. Their consciences, their guilty consciences play the role. Most people will look at it like, whoa, what happened to them? Okay. So that's what I say. Know that if you trigger people, it's for a reason. Most people will want to understand you if they're normal. If they're not normal, I feel like you study that motherfucker. You can do whatever you want. You can be friends with it, but you study it. Don't take it seriously. It's strange. Yes, we're here, pile two. Okay. So yes, pile two, the medallion. Okay, so you're okay. It's funny you picked pile two. This is the psychic touch one for sure. I feel like you have a gift. I feel like anything you touch, you put life into things that you touch, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you can find people that are very down and somehow you help them perk back up. Maybe people leave your life often. Like maybe people spend a step, I would say step on you, not literally. They just end up being your friend and then flying away. I feel like something about your touch. I don't know. I feel like you have a really nice physical touch. If you're not a masseuse, you should be. You might have Native American in you, or just indigenous, some form of indigenous, whatever label you want to use. All right, wisdom card. I feel like, yes, you have I want to say earthworm. Oh, wait, that's true. You're the earthworm. I keep fucking this up. It's the second time I did this. Okay, pile two, earthworm. Okay, we're not rebooting it from there. We're going to start from the top. Okay, but yes, you might be an earth sign, but you have a really good connection with nature. I want to say you can actually talk to nature. Ha ha ha, are you the Lorax? Maybe. Okay. If you resonate with pile one, I would say pile one is a Lorax too. So it's like there's a gem quality to you. I feel like you're more than just the Lorax. But this is a start, okay? Because everybody's different socially. Some people prefer plants. But you can definitely you probably have a green thumb. Okay. You might like to go out in nature. You might like plants and flowers and things like this. And you have a good touch to you. That's why I say you're good for gardening and masseusing. Okay. You're good for your touch is good for the plants and the people. But reading, being able to actually read through psychic touch goes far beyond just the plant. The plant is very easy if you feel like you resonate with this because it has a conscience. But everything has a conscience. Okay, everything is alive. Everything is matter. Everything exists. But it's inanimate. So this desk is basically the same as this plant. But this plant is living and breathing, has more existence than the desk. The desk is dead. It's been dried and cured, and I don't even think this is real wood. It's just probably compressed. But it's still readable, but very dense and hard to read. This is alive. It witnesses. It feels vibration. It feels touch. It reads touch. It's smart. It's a plant. It's very smart. It just doesn't have a mouth or thumbs. You see what I mean? If you get what I mean. Okay. Oh, well, that's really cool. Virgo, this would make sense for Virgos. They're very, I picture them to be very gentle and something like this, very touchy. Very, my ex was a Virgo rising. He was very touchy. Okay, I liked the touching though. He was very masseusi. Okay, he would massage me. Ah, oh. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I don't hate the man that much. I mean, I have reasons to hate him, but I mean, okay, I can give respect when it's due. He was a green thumb, so this probably would resonate with him too. So yeah, this is definitely Virgo stuff because he's a Virgo rising. Anyways, oh, your commitment is being tested. And I've been massaged in like 3 years. I like cling. I massage myself and it's good, but man, because who I don't like massages from strangers. He was my husband. It was like the only person that could massage me, and I was like, "Thank God you massage good. Lord have mercy." Payments. We barter. We figure out a way to get these massages on me. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, so I don't know what the hell that really quite means. Maybe you kind of are on the fence with. I feel like maybe knowing where to go or with. Oh, it's funny you use the word growing too. Excuse me. What psychic abilities are you growing? Ah, I feel like definitely something with plants. You have a connection with them. I feel like you might prefer to be around nature than people. With the bee card, bees might follow you. I'm not sure what your commitment is being tested is about. I really don't know. We'll see. The answers you need are coming. Oh, okay. Never mind. It tells me. Okay, they're like, don't worry about it. It's for later. You just pulled these cards too early. Okay, whatever. Gratitude. I feel like, yeah, I feel like you kind of go with the flow. This is nice. As I said, you got a very natural vibe to you. Okay. Divine guidance, whispers from beings who shine, let their messages be clear and kind. So you definitely receive messages. And I feel like you probably get them from trees. That's why I say you might have some indigenous in you that you might not know about. I don't care how white you are. Okay, there's some brown in you somewhere. All right, let me tell you. There's probably some, maybe you got nice lips, maybe you got curly hair, something like this. That's only for those that don't resonate with being any type of indigenousness. Right? So your commitment is being tested, though, in the medallion, and then the letter, and wisdom, and be bold and make the first move. So maybe you've gotten messages from plants. I keep touching my plants, okay? Maybe you got messages from them. And I feel like that could be. Root systems exist, and then water systems exist. So basically, to energetically tell someone something, to get a psychic message, it comes from a source, right? So that means you naturally have your mind to where you're going to only accept insight from a source that knows more. Now, in reality, no one knows more than the other. Everyone kind of just knows what they've been experienced or exposed to, and that's what they know, right? What they've been told, what they've been taught, what they've seen, things like this. If you meet someone else the same age as you from the other side of the world and they've seen the opposites, they're going to have a whole nother type of tool set to them, a whole nother mentality, right? So you can see them as a source. You know what I mean? So this happens anywhere, any age, anywhere. Like the source of knowledge can come from anyone, and you're able to hear it or give it. And I feel like you can give it out naturally to anyone, but you somehow receive it through plants. You receive messages through these plants. And I feel like you can receive it other ways too, but plants is just, I feel like your entry, your gateway was plants. You might like to smoke weed. Okay, listen, yo, I read something that's in the Bible somewhere, one of them Bible books. Hey, listen, there's a lot of fucking biblical texts out there that are more than just the Bible, and I've been bored enough in life to read those too. And from what I retained from it, because I retained barely any of it, because it's nonsense. But from the parts that I did remain, that retained with me, one of them was this birthing thing that people used to do, where they'd put cannabis oil on the third eye for the baby. And I was like, Simba. All right, so yeah, no, smoking weed's not bad. I feel like maybe you smoke weed, you might even grow weed. If you've never grown weed, maybe grow weed and smoke it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So this is what's funny. You're smoking now. I won't smoke on camera. All right, bad girls. That's why I said maybe people might judge you. But I feel like you're a good person. I feel like that makes me think you kind of stick to yourself. The gem card, that makes me think you're okay, low life. Okay, you're not a low life. I don't think you're a low life. But I feel like people might try to categorize you as that, maybe because you're more relaxed, laid back. Maybe you wear shitting bummy t-shirts and things like this. Listen, you don't know how many people think that I'm on drugs. And I'm like, y'all must not have met a real drug addict because I don't look like someone who's on drugs. Look at my fucking hair. Yeah, my hair is like down to my fucking past my ass. Hey, people on drugs, they can't grow hair. People on drugs got fucked up teeth. Hey, people on drugs got I don't know how to explain that. They have signs of being unhealthy because they're on unhealthy things. I feel like people maybe misjudge you and treat you, as I said, people might treat you a particular way. And I feel like so this is the whole I'm one with the trees nature thing. You might like animals too. I feel like if you don't know this, you can talk with animals. I feel like animals are fantastic to telepathically connect to. You just have an imaginary conversation with them. And I feel like it's real, trust me. You have to believe it's real to formulate it and develop it better. At first, it'll probably just be stupid shit. Okay, but trust me, it's real. Like when I named Mr. Butters, okay, come on. Mr. Butters is great. He's a great study buddy for cat talk. Because I'm learning that talking to animals is legit because of Mr. Butters. Eh? He's willing to tell me. Hello, JC, share 23. Eh, I looked at him and I didn't have a name for him. I was calling him Cerberus. And then I was calling him Doliad. I was calling him all sorts of fucking evil names because he was like, I don't know how to explain it. He was tormenting me. And then all of a sudden, the one thing he could do to piss me off the most was get into my butter dish. And I was like, listen here, Mr. Butters. I was like, you're not getting in this butter dish ever again. And I put it in a thing, a Tupperware, and I locked it away. And then I was like, and that's your name now. That's what you get. You're Mr. Butters now. And he went, he gave me the most feral look right when I said it. And I was like, you don't like Mr. Butters? And then he looks, and he actually looked up and looked around. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's right. I can call you Mr. Butters. But, and he's like, he looked at me, and I was like, but no one else can. And it's true. You don't want no one else calling him Mr. Butters, but I don't know. Tough, tough titties, Mr. Butters. You shouldn't have touched my butter jar. Eh. So that's why I said you might deliver karma. You might be you might be someone that's a psychic gift that you need to learn. I want to say you don't actually have control of karma, but you can definitely, I want to say, read into what people are going to get delivered to them, for sure. Now, you might actually be able to have a say in the matter. Like you might actually psychically be able to have that. But I feel like overall it's not your decision. So I feel like people get karma and you might be someone that's like, I told you so. Okay. A ring card, I don't know, with commitment. Okay, I want to say, yeah, a lot of bummy people try to commit to you. Divine guidance. I feel like you always somehow weed through that dance. I don't know. Maybe you do it naturally. But what psychic abilities are you growing? I feel like we need to start protecting you more for sure. Because you can't sit around in the trees all day. You gotta go out into the public. And not just for work. You gotta actually do something. You have wisdom to you. The gem card, you're meant to be socializing somehow. So I feel like maybe start with work. Maybe go to Twitter. Listen, I don't leave my house very much. And it's for the world's protection. It's to protect y'all. All right. My ex said it well, okay? I'm like Mike Tyson. I stay in the house for reasons to keep everybody else from knowing their karma, I want to say. Because I'd be seeing people do things, and I'm like, well, this is okay. What do you think's going to happen there? I gave the birds card. That's more about telepathically connecting. That's more like owls. You see how there's these little dots above their heads? They're able to just know and talk. So I feel like if you encounter other people that are psychically trained with these types of mental powers of like, I guess, a psychic connection, it's not quite telepathy. It's just kind of, it is telepathy, but there's no conversation that takes place. There's just a natural flow. This might be at work where you're like this, maybe because you're used to being quiet. You might be very attentive. But either way, this is considered like magic powers. Okay. Literally, I mean, to regular people, it is. It's like, I feel like to people like yourself, I feel like this is, you're just attentive. I don't know. No, it's actually with your mind. And the more quietly you flow with someone with with less talk, the more connected you are with this person. All right, they might be a soulmate. Not all soulmates are your friend. Okay, they might just be someone from a past life, and they don't like you. Not, and I mean, like just because they're your family doesn't mean you gotta like them. Doesn't mean y'all gotta get along. So it's like you'll meet soulmates that you don't get along with. All right, trust me on that one. Pretty sure my boss is one of those. We work so well together. When she's like in her top competition mode, I flow so much better with her because I just get to watch her and I know exactly what she's doing, and I just work around it and do my thing. And we end up finishing a 4 hour house in less than like an hour, man. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow. Okay, anyways. So you might attract negative people, but I feel like that might be some of your soul family. Some of them, if, I feel like they'll filter themselves out. Right? There was a stepping stone-ness to this. I think this was this pile. No, that was the last pile. But either way, when you actually encounter these people, even if you just meet them online, once you get in connection with these people, you're able to talk with them a lot. Okay, with the genie card, you have actually a magical mind. To put a label on it, it's not really magic. It's just working the subconscious. So, like when you're sleeping, you might not dream. I feel like if you do dream, you're dreaming. But I feel well, you might dream. You might dream often. But on nights when you don't dream, it's just like I feel like you might have had a blank night. That's because you were doing stuff subconsciously. What does that mean? It means you're in the subconscious world out there dabbling around, doing things, setting things up so that when you wake up the next day, your day's going to go for you. So I feel like that's a psychic gift that you need to know you can do. You can actually code in the 5D. I call it being a 5D coder. Okay. So basically, but you have to, how do you train that? I don't know. I feel like you got to learn how to not lucid dream. I mean, yes, if you're someone who dreams, you have to learn to lucid dream or astral project, something like this. But I feel like if you're someone who doesn't really dream often, I feel like that's just your subconscious doing it for you. But you can also do it while awake. Maladaptive dreaming. Go, you gotta like look into that, and I feel like and learn how to do that. You must have a very strong imagination. And if that's the case, I feel like yes, you must do that. It's similar to astral projection, but it's not. Astral projection, listen, I can't even astral project. I like gave it a whirl. Okay, I fall asleep and then I don't dream. Nothing happens. There's no astral, there's no projecting of this mind. So I sit here and I just think about things and I actually will play off imaginations going off in my mind, their visions, and I watch them like a movie and I will get so in it that anyone near me will literally wonder like and they'll actually interrupt me too. So do it when you're alone. All right? But it's like you're dreaming, it's like you're daydreaming, but you're really, 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 really engulfed in your mind. You're zoned into what you're daydreaming about in your mind. And that is, I want to say, the vision. And now, while you're doing that, you have to learn how to control the vision and change it. And then I feel like when you go to sleep at night, it clocks in and then it does it. I don't know. But either way, something about maladaptive dreaming. Like if you struggle with heavy daydreaming, you need to take time and do it because it's just going to end up interrupting your day. Literally, it's going to push onto you when people are trying to talk to you, and it's just a psychic vision that you need to look at, no matter what it causes in you. All right. It's a vision you need to look at. And if you don't like the vision, I feel like you do have the power to change it. So maybe not at first. So I feel like what you need to grow is the ability to control when you're dreaming, like lucid dreaming. I find it easier to do maladaptive dreaming and learning to control that because how can you control what you're doing while you're sleeping? You can try, you can set your mind, but there's no guarantee you're going to control it. If you're actually awake while you're doing it, you sure as fuck can. All right. I swear that shit. My dreams this past week have been insane. Gotta learn how to lucid dream. And the other, yes, exactly. But it was so scary. I was like 15. I got obsessed in researching it. I basically manifesting it. Oh, that's interesting. I watched a movie about that once. It was a first date, I think. I let him pick. Yeah, this is what he chose. And I was like, hey, you got a demon in there, my friend. Hello? Okay. Either way, money. I feel like you can manifest money. I feel like if you were to look into your visions more and learn to control them, you could probably literally you can even control money. So that makes me think that however you're living, whatever your financial status is, you've chose it. Trust me. I feel like you've subconsciously set it this way. You have a powerful mind. You have a subconscious that's basically your guardian. You are your own guardian right now. So you can think of like past, present, and future. Basically, they run simultaneously and in different life periods and in different settings. But everything that's happened in the past is equal to the present, and everything that's going to happen in the future is the combination of the past and the present. So it's like you're in the present. So you get future visions, you get premonitions. And because you get them, you're getting premonitions that directly affect people around you, or maybe people not around you. If you're someone who isolates themselves, then this is being pushed onto you, and you need to somehow express them. I feel like you could earn money this way, if anything, but overall, I feel like there's some type of protection over you that's self-protecting. Earth card. It's very, 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 very impenetrable. Something like this. People can't really get into your mind. You're very fortified, impregnable. People can't get into your panties. What? That's funny. Triple spiral. If you're like me, you're throwing your panties at people, and people are like, no, I'm afraid. And I'm like, fuck, where are the men? Stop being afraid of my panties. Triple spiral. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. So that's something about going with the flow. But your commitment is being tested, and the answers you need are coming. So maybe you're on the fence about believing in things like this or not. I feel like that's your decision. I feel like you're a gem card, you'd be wasting it, and it'll just come and fog your brain up. Trust me, I've tried to ignore it. I'm someone who's super scientific and logical, okay, and boring and researchy, okay, and yeah, I feel like life will change. Life will make you have to do visions. If you ignore them, that doesn't matter. I feel like if you've been given a psychic mind with premonition, it's for a reason. But I feel like you're able to distract and run from it as long as you can. And then eventually it doesn't let you. All right, triple spiral. So that's something with your third eye. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. So it makes me think of listening to source. So you might not have a particular religious background. We have the priest card. You might know of one. Maybe you were raised with one. Maybe you're dabbling with one. Maybe you're, I would say, entertaining one. But overall, I feel like you have a question of like beyond that. But you realize there is a source. Things are created from something, right? So it's like, but knowing that and realizing that allows you to work your mind in ways that people that won't accept that do. And also people that are exclusive with their source, they're closed-minded. So you have to be open-minded. The earthworm here, you know, you have to look at your premonitions, look at your visions, study them. I want to say discuss them, even if it's verbally by yourself, even if it's on Twitter, randomly, like on a Bobo account. I do it on a real account because I don't really give a shit. I'm bored. What the hell? I'm a cleaning lady that's an oracle. Leave me alone. You don't believe me? Okay, I don't care. Goodbye. Okay, let me tell you, I didn't fucking try for this. I tried very hard just to be a normal housewife. And I was the best housewife ever. That's why it's my career right now is being a paid for housewife for all these families. Humility, as I say, you might not have a lot of money, but if you do, I feel like people don't necessarily know. I feel like it just comes. Maybe you were born with money, even because people can have money. People can be born with money and still be broke and humble. And humility. So makes me think something about humility. I don't know. Maybe you're shy. You're worried people might humiliate you. I feel like that's why I do it alone. You don't. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be public. It can be alone. Right? You can talk to animals, birds, plants. I feel like you can talk to Earth. You're very connected with Earth. Okay, there's an indigenous side to you, and that's your key, that's your access, that's your palm print to know things. So that makes me think you can read pretty much anything, and it's because the actual things you're reading are telling it to you. So it's not like you touch this. I mean, maybe if you're on some a lot of drugs, but like what is it? DMT, something like DMT. You might touch this and be like, whoa, and you have a crazy vision, but it's like because you was on some drugs. If you're not on those drugs, that crazy vision still happens, but it's more normal, and then you have to go and open it up and look at it and take it in. Okay? So birds of paradise, self-acceptance. You are so much more. That's why I say the gem card. I feel like if you're someone who's willing to put it all down for money, I feel like don't. This gives you money. Humility, maybe if you don't got a lot of money, low life, you're tired of living low. You're tired of living with the low lives. I feel like, oh God, that's where you need to be. I feel like that's where the help is needed the most. That's where the visions are coming from. They're coming from them. All right. Any low lives you encounter in life. So that makes me think if you were to move, it would help with uh it would help with speed, with the speed of it all. Like, okay, if you were living in a better area, you wouldn't be so prone to be alone. You would be more open to exploring these visions. But that's because the minds that are around you would be more pure. Now, you could be in the richest neighborhoods and the minds aren't pure. So it's about your area, not really your zip code or area code or whatever. It's not about your financial status or your neighbors. It's more so just around, I want to say, the people that are around you. So you might not like the visions you see. Well, that's the people around you. Things that the plants near you, the pets near you, things like this. If you have pets in your home, I feel like they're telling you things. And I feel like you got to look at that. But you got to take a hard look at it and realize that it's very true. I feel like something might happen where you're doing just fine and your visions are just good and everything's joyfully working out and you're learning all these life lessons. And then I feel like something happens that you have to accept. And I feel like it puts you on the commitment is being tested. Your answers are needing, and the answers you need are coming. So I feel like you get a vision and you get proof, but you have no person speaking. You only have your evidence and your visions. And even with your evidence, I feel like people will still disprove you and say it's not true. And I feel like that's when you need to remember that there's crazy people out there. They're going to call you crazy for having visions that are true about them that they don't want you to speak about. And you're going to be like, well, I didn't know it was you. My bad. Okay, whoops. As I say, you might be real quick to give someone the middle finger. So I feel like visions are visions. You know yourself. When I start getting visions that I know are not from me, that shit don't even make sense to me. I know it's someone else. That's for sure. And then I look at it, and no matter how horrific it is, I take a look at it. So I feel like there's something that's going to come in that's going to test your faith in yourself, in your own vision. So that's maybe happens in the future. It might be happening right now. How can we grow from that? I feel like you just got to believe in yourself. And then also remember accuracy. You're right, but maybe you're just off because it is like this is kind of how a vision comes in. It comes in as like a ball of colors, and you're an energy reader. That's what it is. You read energies. So that's what the B card is. I feel like there's a natural hive mind to you. So that makes me think you can tune in and out of collectives mentally and influences. There's all sorts of influences being broadcasted and tuned throughout the world and shot out. Television, music, all sorts of them. I feel like, but you're able to tune in and then see it and then, but still have your own values, bad girls. So that's why people of that influence, they're going to throw tomatoes at you. I feel like, because you're going to start to talk about what you're thinking about, and what you're thinking about is what they're influencing truly. And then they're going to be like, they're on to you. It's going to be like it's going to be like you're in the Matrix and you're Neo, and the bots start coming after you and taking shape on people you know, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know you're with that team. I'm running away. I was just talking about how I don't appreciate what Twitch does. And they're like, no, I am that. I'm going to kill you now because you know my secret. And it's like, no, you won't, bitch. I'll outrun you. And if you actually get close enough, I'll slit your throat. And you know it. That's why you haven't came. So anyways, Birds of Paradise. All right. As I said, you're going to see shit that you're not going to want to talk about. I want to say you might actually tune into crime specifically. So you may make a fantastic detective. All right. I'm fantastic with crime. That's one of my specialties. All right. How can you grow? I want to say watch crime dramas and practice solving them. I solve them like within the first 5 minutes, and I ruin the first 48 hours every time for my ex. He's like, I can't watch this shit with you. Because I'm wrong until proven right, and I spit out the prediction first 5 minutes. I'm like, and then I also morph to it. I'm like, look. Okay. I play along. I'm usually done within the first 5 minutes. Right? It's not that I just get a prediction. I mean, sometimes, as I say, you television, but true crime, true stuff. I feel like crime might be something just to get your mind off things. Maybe just hearing things. I don't know. I started watching this YouTube channel that a friend of mine suggested I do a long time ago, but I forgot what channel he suggested. But it's basically where you just watch movies in 3 minutes, in like 12 minutes, you watch a whole movie. They tell you all the key points and what happens and how it ends. And I was like, damn, maybe you got ADD. Okay, so I just say you should get off the meds, but I don't know. Depends. But either way, that might be something you like. Maybe you like watching movies. And I feel like, but maybe you don't have no one to watch them with. Watch these fast ones. These fast ones are great. I don't know. They're always so whack. But I'm telling you, it makes you see that this is a story somewhere for someone. I can literally find some movies now that are parts of my life. And I'm like, oh my God, this movie's happening right now in my life. But it's all because they compressed it into 12 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So you have to find an outlet for your visions that makes you comfortable. For someone who's like, okay, it's making me think of that show Gossip Girl. All right, that girl knew everything. The laptop, I think it ended up being a boy at the end. I don't know. I didn't fully understand that. It was so long ago when I watched that show. It's something like that, but that was their comfort zone to anonymously have like a gossip page about their friends. So it's like I'm not anonymous like that because I don't have any friends. So I know that my messages are for who the fuck knows. I try to give them to the people I know, and they're like, that has nothing to do with me. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of didn't think so. Like, I don't know. So, but I still share them to everybody whenever I get little visions. I got car wreck visions. It happened, but not to anyone I knew. It happened because it was an area that I traveled all the time. But I totally picked up on on the event that was about to take place. It ended up being in the news. And I had told everybody about it for like a whole month. So when it happened, I was like, look, hey, there it is. All right, be happy it wasn't you. Pay attention to my stupid visions. You know what I mean? Either way, what's the best outlet? I don't know. I want to say Twitter. Literally. It doesn't matter if anyone sees it. I feel like because they still see it, they're just going to be shy to give that heart because it's going to be about them. But it gets it off your mind. Maybe start a channel. Maybe do cards. I don't know. There's all sorts of ways. I'm going to say maybe just once I stop hanging out with nature so much and go hang out with other people, Good luck. I haven't figured out. I haven't figured out a way to do that. I was like, how do you just make friends? All right, I've tried. I don't know. It doesn't happen. I make nothing but enemies. In person, I mean. This is about in person. This isn't about online people. So what's your outlet? I have no idea. This was the question, wasn't it? What psychic abilities are you growing? Oh, what psychic abilities are you growing with? We just listed off a bunch of them. But how to grow them? I don't know, but I feel like it would give you money. So that makes me think that there are people out there that maybe find a job. Listen, I've been wanting to try to find a job doing this for like anyone but the CIA, honestly, like the CIA and the FBI, all of them, I feel like they don't deserve me. Right? I'm too good for them. I feel like they got too much games. They let certain things slide and then not certain things. And they got too much games, too much acting going on there. I ain't there to bullshit. So I work alone. Hey, but what am I investigating? Nothing. I feel like I'm just protecting my neighborhood, like neighborhood watch, but psychically. And that's because I go in 3D code and change everything so that it doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm bored. But you could probably find someone that would pay you for this. Maybe you could find a job doing this. That's why I said make your hobby, make it a hobby, and then make it a jobby. How? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, with YouTube. I'm kind of just chilling with it. It's just my outlet right now. Okay, but it makes a cute little penny. Cute. It's a cute little penny, right? It ain't nothing to touch tips. Ain't nothing to write home about, right? But it's a cute little penny. Unless you know you're doing something. Hmm. But either way, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was good. Jesus. With a tear? Why the tear? Don't cry. You're welcome. I hope it was good. I don't know. Having a Jesus tear at the end kind of makes me feel like I did bad. I don't know. Did I do wrong, Jesus? Did I do you wrong, Jesus? Yes, number three. We're on number three. The rabbit. Hey, what psychic abilities are you growing? Oh, dear Lord. Is the rabbit card. Option three. I instantly think with the bee, I think you're just out there having lots of sex. All right, the bee bumbles around and pollinates all the flowers. All the flowers, no discrimination. I feel like if you're a man or a woman, you're a ladies' man or woman. I feel like you don't have a type, okay? Whether you're sexually active or not. By sexually active, I don't mean like you're a virgin. I mean like you're actually out there having sex, or maybe you're on cool down. Okay, maybe your sex drive goes on cooldown. Either way, be bold and make the first move. I feel like psychic abilities for you. Okay. I want to say the gem card. I don't know, but you use it to get into people's pants. Okay, the healer. I was gonna say sexual healer. I just said it. I was gonna say sexual healer. Obviously, I was leading the sexual healer. This just helps. But yeah, sexual healer. I would say you're psychically able to connect to people sexually through their sex drive. That makes me think of, hey, how can you make this grow? I feel like, what do you mean? You have no problems making anything grow. I feel like if you're a man, you have no problems making any grow white. It's like you just can go like that, and they're like, hi. Okay, and if you're a woman, you could just look at their pants, and then it's like, hey, okay. Either way, but I feel like, and there's a sex drive. But how is this psychic? The gem card. I feel like there's so much more than this. Maybe you just like a lot of sex. So maybe now that we got the fact that you're a psychic sexual healer. Now that we got that out the way, and now that my panties have calmed down, and the blush has resided, okay, authenticity. I don't know, you're very authentic. Jen, that makes me think you're rare. You might be very fun. You're very rare. That makes me think you're like a private porn star. Not like literally, but like you're probably really, really, really sexually active and horny, but I feel like maybe very exclusive. So I feel like you might be on cooldown right now. There ain't no one to do with, but you're like gratitude. You're like, I don't know, you're a giver. Why is your sex drive coming through? What abilities are you growing? Well, obviously, your authenticity makes everyone's. I feel like you're just psychic. I feel like this definitely plays into your sex life. This makes people horny for you. That's what it is. Because literally, you're not doing anything but sitting here and I'm reading for you and I'm turning myself on. Okay? I'm sitting here turning myself on. Man, I don't know where you are, but you're turning me on. Hey, I don't know. Triple snake. I'm like, really? Do you know? Okay, the dance card. Maybe you might be a dancer, or people might maybe suggest you go dance. Okay, that's because you're a sexual healer. All right, so regardless, priest card, maybe you're highly religious. Maybe Jesus keeps your maybe Jesus keeps your legs closed. Okay, you're saving yourself for Jesus. Something like this. I feel like if you're a virgin, I feel like that's your business. The letter card, I don't know, something about writing letters. Maybe you're good at writing psychic love letters. Oh, I stumbled onto this guy's Twitter. I don't know who he is, but I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of nothing, no, but I'm reading this stuff like I like this. He's like doing softcore porn on there, and he's like, I'm not a porn star. I'm just talking with someone online. I'm like, are you now? I'm like, you're a sexual healer, talking all that sexy sex. I'm like, fucker, okay, baby, I'm gonna romance my own socks off. So I want to say, you might do this to people naturally, and you're just kind of talking about you. Maybe you're healing from something. And I feel like your openness about maybe you're healing from something that happened to you sexually. I don't know. But, or maybe you're just really open with your sexuality and things you like. I don't know. Be bold and make the first move. You're very bold. And I feel like if you're not, people read that off of you. I'm reading it off of you. I'm going to calm down a little over here. Okay. So look at the bigger picture, though. Protection and authenticity. I don't know. There's something about protection and the wisdom card. So I feel like if you're out there giving it away, giving out the milk for free, I'm like, know that you're out there healing people that are not worth it. Okay, so I'm not telling you to stay home and be stingy. I'm just telling you to think about who you spread your legs to. Okay? I feel like if Jesus was here and you had the healing pussy, he would tell you to go heal the world with that pussy. Why wouldn't he? He would say, "What? Your pussy heals? You should be spreading that." Now, so let's not necessarily follow what Jesus says. Okay, that's how you catch disease. Okay, so there's a sense of protecting your body and your innocence and your values and your morals. So whether you're religious or not, we got the priest card over here. So it's like you might be secretly religious, or maybe you were grown and raised religious. But either way, I feel like religion or not, you have a moral value to you. You might have a lot of Libra somewhere important in your chart. But look at the bigger picture. Me, I got a South Node Libra, so it's like, forget it, man. I'm judge, jury, and executioner over here. No one can get past me. It's like, don't encounter me if you're a criminal. I'm gonna literally dish it to you psychically and not even realize it too sometimes. Okay, but gratitude in the bear card. That's what I'm saying. There's a protection to you. You have protection. And if not, you're someone who needs protection. You might not, you might be someone who says, I don't need protection. I feel like with Big Owl, Little Owl here, the wisdom card and magical powers, I feel like you have to be self-protecting or have someone protect you. You have to have a bodyguard, literally, a buddy, a friend. You can't be alone really in life. And if you are, you got to be able to protect yourself. So I feel like, why do you need to know this? I feel like that's just something you need to know. Authenticity, depending on your age, you might already know this. Look at the bigger picture. We might be looking, okay, listen, we might be older here, guys. So if you're younger, this is for the future. Okay, but for the older people I'm talking to here right now, I feel like looking at the bigger picture, I feel like you've already looked over all of this. The bear card, I feel like you might have, maybe you're someone that can protect people. Maybe you're a sexual healer, and what's your psychic abilities? What psychic abilities are you growing? I want to say protection, psychic protection, existential psychic protection. B card, people that you consider like part of your mindset. So other healers like you, other sexual healers like you feel protective over them like a parental figure. I feel like you try to somehow help these people psychically. So how to help this grow? I feel like know that you're doing that. If you didn't know, now you do. But either way, you're going to bump into people that are sexual healers just like you. Authenticity. I feel like I don't know, there are other people your age doing the same thing as you. Something about tips, getting tips, working for tips, hussies, things like those. Sex trade. This makes me think of sex trade. So you might be like okay with the rabbit card. You might have ran away from human sex trafficking, something like this, or just a cult in general. Type of cult. I mean, I'm thinking polygamy. Thinking even what's those ones that are in like they're in the middle of nowhere out there and they do their own Amish. Maybe even an Amish. People probably think I'm Amish because of the way I work technology, and I'm like, no, just weird. Okay, I'm late to the party. I was busy. Okay, the tree card, Seven of Cups. So that's about options. So that's why I say you probably always have an option. You could probably go out and get laid at any time. I feel like authenticity of most of you probably don't. The priest card, maybe some of you go back and forth on religion. Maybe y'all have even looked into other religions and just explored religion. Something like this, finding a finding a meaning, something like this. But what psychic abilities are you growing? I feel like energy reading. I feel like you're an energy reader, and that's why you're able to get people in bed so easy. You might be able to do it through text, even from a distance. I feel like if you just do a well calculated text, I feel like you can make it say 10 different things. And it's going to turn some people on, it's going to turn some people off, it's going to make some people not even understand. It's going to look completely kosher to the Christians, and it's going to look completely PG-13 to the kids. But I feel like each mind is going to read it right, read it the way they want to perceive it. And I feel like you look for the people that call out to the certain one, a particular type. Okay, but look at the bigger picture. That makes me think you've been kind of doing this like psychically. You psychically maybe bait people in with your attraction. People are attracted to you heavily. And I feel like they would make you their queen if you're a woman, or make you their king. There's some sense of idolization. Okay. I idolize nothing. Okay. I make the joke about being a fan. That's because it made me have to fan off. Okay. But I have my own little lingo over here. Okay. The light. Look to the space between the trees for answers. And Mexican marigold renewal, time to begin again, stronger and better. So there's something about where you've been kind of doing something. I feel like you know you're some type of sexual healer. And there's some type of, I don't know if you're sexually active or not, but there's like a sense of authenticity where you're trying to figure out how can I work this power for good, not evil. And I feel like maybe you piss a lot of people off with all this sex. Maybe you don't sex around anymore. There's a renewal to your mind state. So I feel like you psychically connect to people sexually easy. Like you know what they want sexually. And if it lines up with you, I feel like you go for it. And then you end up probably having a lot of fantasies. You might sleep around a lot. This is making me think of a Scorpio. And I feel like, but what psychic abilities are you growing? I feel like you've already grown this. If as I said, if you're younger, I feel like this is what you're growing. You can skip the line of servicing. Okay, you can probably skip, depending on how young you are, you might be able to skip the line of being a servicer, okay, being groomed, something like this. I feel like, and you can go just be yourself, but know that the world's always going to try to have sex with you. There's a reason why you got put in that role, or did I mean something like that? There's a reason why you got picked for that cult. There's a reason why you got targeted like that. It's because of your energy. And I feel like you do good at reading energies. So I don't know. You got to look at the bigger picture here. This is a gift. Your sexual attraction is a gift. And all of the psychic stuff you think of with it and have done with it has somehow been gifting. You've gifted and given lot to people. It makes me think of like a Midas touch. Like you fuck someone and then all of a sudden they win the lotto and you're like, okay. Ah, It's a text. Wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Okay, so you might be someone who masturbates a lot. As I said, no matter whether you have a partner or not, your sex drive is there. It's present, it's alive, it wants to be heard. And I feel like you enjoy sex. So I feel like, but I feel like if you're someone who's had a lot of sex, you kind of don't really, you enjoy it. It excites you. There's the rabbit card, there's an excitement, but it's not new. And I feel like, I don't know. So it's like, but you still have a sex drive. I don't know. Be bold and make the first move and wisdom, though. That makes me think of dating. I feel like maybe you're not, maybe you've already grown, right? And if you're someone who's growing this, I feel like the letter card, I want to say maybe stick to dating from a distance until you really know the person. People might try to rape you often, male or female. That makes me think of getting you drunk and doing you, or manipulation tactics to do you. It could be any type of, they're just trying to make get in your pants, right? Any way, shape, or form. They might even like I don't know, as I'm saying, there's a sense of you needing to be protected. And if you can't protect yourself, someone needs to be there to protect you. We have the big owl, little owl. Okay, you need a big owl in your life, or you need to be your own big owl. Okay, St. John, roses, something about a home invasion. And I feel like with the service card, so it's like, yeah, so I said people try to invade you. Like they might try to push up on you, and it's like you're the senpai. You're like, listen, man. I feel like these people don't even know how to have sex. That's why I said people come to you because they know you have sex knowledge. Whether you're young, old, doesn't matter. I feel like it's natural, unfortunately, for you. But yeah, fortunately, because I mean, there's nothing wrong with being sexual here. Like I said, there's a gift here. We got to look at the bigger picture. Okay, so this might have been your whole life. People have been perving on you. Okay. But either way, we need to ignore all that. Not ignore, but whatever, acknowledge all that, but then move on. The light card. I feel like the reality is what it is. You're gifted with this. So how can you grow it? I feel like icing up and not having sex is not the answer. And going out and being a fucking whore for someone isn't an answer neither. Having a pimp, that's not an answer neither. You know what I mean? I feel like with the authenticity card, I feel like you're self-sufficient. I feel like how can you grow this more? I feel like you got to become very protective. Or not have a pimp, but a friend that's very protective with you. A buddy system, a buddy of yours, a friend of yours. I feel like people probably try to be your protector. And it's like they're not trying to help you. They're trying to be your pimp in some weird way. Literally. Any man you date, any woman you date's trying to like pimp you and like make, I don't know. I feel like whether you've been into sex servicing or not, I feel like people have always trying to been like, I am thinking of ways to make money with you. You're like, listen, I don't want to do that. Why do I got to be the one? Why don't you do it? No, 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 you got to do it. And as I'm saying, there's some type of pushiness to people. And it might be people that you have sex with. So it might be like partners and lovers and things like this. But I feel like lots of people try to have sex with you. You end up turning on a lot of people, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. A lot of spouses like don't like you probably because their spouse likes you. Some of them, both spouses will like you. You're someone where you attract the opposite sex and the same sex. And I feel like you might be open and you might be bi. Okay, but I feel like majority of you, I don't know, majority of you just kind of don't really are not there really having any sex. Right? Renewal. I feel like we need to change that. You need to be having sex, but with the right people, and not sitting around going out and fucking escorting yourself. Right? No. I feel like whoever life brings you to date. I don't know. This is gonna help grow something. Maybe you've reached a blockage where casual sluts don't turn you on anymore. Or if you're a woman, those regular male game tactics are, you're immune to them. I don't know, there's an authenticity to you. And I feel like, but you still masturbate plenty. It's not because you're dry. I feel like it's because they are, like their approach. I don't know. So I feel like renewal, we need someone to come into your life and shake it up a bit. All right, time to begin again, stronger and better. This person's going to be a buddy to you. Service, I feel like they're going to be very helpful. All right, they're not going to try to pimp you out. I feel like they're going to try to help you with things you want to do. They're not going to tell you what to do. They're going to maybe make suggestions. So what do you need to do? I feel like you need to find someone like this or go off and do things on your own completely. But I feel like you need to know that you need to be protected because you're very sexually calling to people. Okay. I feel like you could shave your head and walk around like a boy, and then all of a sudden, these straight men are going to be questionably gay that day. And it's like, no, you're not gay. I'm just a girl, you know? And then, like, if you're walking around like a girl, I don't know. As I said, you turn people on naturally. And I feel like mentally, so like you don't even have to talk to them. They just read this off of you. This make me think of worshiping. Like people actually like will try to worship you somehow. They put you on a pedestal almost. And I feel like maybe you never even get laid anymore because of this. That it's because of your sexual knowledge. They want to know what you know, but they're afraid to go where you are. I don't know. They're afraid to go there. And close the book here. We got the book card. You might not be very open. You might not be talkative. You might be someone that covers up even. Some of y'all cover up, some of you don't. It's male, female, lots of different uh, reasonings to this. I want to say the majority of you, though, you're more prone to wanting to cover up, male or female. So maybe if you're at home, you might wear whatever you like. But I feel like when you go out, you might cover up more just because you ain't trying to really deal with that. I don't know. I feel like even like say, I don't know, maybe you're not if you're someone who's not very confident, you maybe don't got a lot of self-confidence and you always wonder why do people want to fuck me? And you look at yourself and you're not very confident about it, like as I said, that's your self-confidence. But overall, I feel like those people might try to touch you. Like people might try to find a way to put their arm on you and bump into you or tickle you. My boss has tickled me a few times, and I don't get that. Am I a baby? Am I a child? Why are you tickling me? The only person that's ever tickled me like that was like my grandma, and it's like, this is my grandma. I don't know, but something about invading. So people invade your space, your privacy. They invade you. I feel like if you're someone who isn't, no one's even really coming up on you. I feel like just being like in an elevator room with someone that's not, I want to say, well mannered, you're gonna feel the vibe no matter what. You're always gonna feel when someone's getting turned on, and I feel like that's a psychic gift. You're able to read their turn ons. So it's like, how can you do this good? I don't know. What can you do to grow this? I feel like there really isn't much to do with this. There's much more to you. I feel like this isn't the topic. Maybe pick another pile because there's much, much, much more to you. I feel like this is just one of your many tricks, okay? You have a lot of, this is basically fox energy. You might look like a bunny over there, but you're a fox. I feel like you're a snake, you're a fox, you're a good worker, you're loyal, dragonfly. I feel like you're reliable. Authenticity, I feel like you're so much more than this sexy, sexy, sexy person. But you're very sexy. And people have a hard time looking past that. I don't know, dancing card. Maybe you don't dance in public because it's I don't know, makes you feel too sexy or something. And maybe people pay too much attention. I don't know. Gratitude, that's what I said. There's some type of uncomfortableness to the majority of y'all. That's why there's the covering up in public. You're uncomfortable about the way that people view you and look at you. It makes me think that if people ever pick on you, they're talking about things that they think are sexy about you, but they're using it as a way to pick on you because maybe they know you have low self-esteem. So they're like, I'm not going to let that person know I think it's sexy. They have low self-esteem and I like them that way. They can be like, hey, what's up with their bottom lip? But not in a cute way, like where they're like, your bottom lip, and then they kiss it or something or suck on it. Oh, no, it's like they like flick it and you're like, why are you talking about my lip? Like they make it seem like it's a problem. And you're like, it's my lip. You can't really fix my lips. They're not a problem. And then they might insult you. Like some of them might actually say rude things like, well, you got some nice dick sucking lips or something like this. And it's like, well, that might be true. Okay. Did we need to speak it? So I feel like there's a sense of you needing to be able to stop people from disrespecting you. They're pushy. They're rude. They catcall. Like that guy that talked to me the other day. He's like, "You look good," and I was like, "He swallowed my lunch." fuck you, and walk away. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be a sense of dog bite. You got to have a mad dog to you a little bit, or have a friend that's a big owl, not a partner that like is like you need someone to keep you safe. No, I feel like this is someone that's like will just naturally keep you safe any way they can without ever telling you. And I feel like and they'll be a friend in your life. They'll be some type of protector that you try to do for other people. They're going to do that to you. So the same way you try to secretly protect and help people is the same way your big owl is going to be. And one day you meet them, I guess you're friends with this person. But I feel like just being friends with them at a distance even helps you because they have a strong mind like you. Maybe they're so they might have to deal with the same sexual energy shoves and pushes and things like this. They might have the same sex drive. That's why I said if this is someone of the opposite sex, you might end up, you know, doing some. Okay, what is the question? What psychic abilities are you growing? I want to say not this. This is already grown, and I feel like you just need to take account and awareness to it. You need to fully understand that. No, I don't care what you look like or what you think you look like. People want to fuck you like crazy. Okay, so it's like be protective of yourself. I'm gonna say if you have family that keeps you safe, this is good. It's family. But if anyone's possessive over you, I'm gonna say they're not quite good. Okay, if someone's trying to pimp you out, literally, even if it's just to tell you like you should do this and make some money, and it's not even sexual, that's still pimping someone out. They're trying to get a cut of your money. They somehow want you to be of service to them. They don't ever want you to ever do anything for yourself. I feel like you need to remove that person, then you'll grow. And I feel like basically anyone that holds you back that doesn't help you, I want to say, do things for you, people that you can be authentic around, open minded, open expressively. You could probably talk about all the sexual things you might be thinking about. And regardless of how it might make them feel, they're not going to push up on you and try to actually do them with you, even if they wanted to. Like there's a sense of respect. I feel like you have to find people that will respect you. And I feel like, and you can't give them, they can't respect you out of fear. They got to respect you because they're an equal. That's what there it is. They can't, because I can make people respect me all day out of fear. It's not hard. I can literally 5D grab your nuts and make you spill the beans, okay, for anything. And I feel like, and I can use sex to do it too. That's funny. I can use all sorts of ways to do it, but you're someone that can use sex to do this. So you can make people spill the beans, pillow talk, things like this. I feel like that doesn't help you grow at all. I feel like that's the practice though. I feel like maybe if you've already done a bunch of pillow talking in your life, you don't need to practice no more. Now you need to actually get around people that genuinely respect you from the start. They might be a little timid of you, but it's because they're like you. It's like minds, like-minded people. Look at the bigger picture. I feel like you got to look over everything you've ever been through, any sexual relationship you've ever had, anything. And I feel like you have to realize that you're much more than that because this is just the tip of the iceberg. And I feel like it's just one big old distraction. So I feel like anyone you meet's gonna be like, hey, you wanna fuck? Somehow they're gonna try to get you in bed, or they're gonna like you're gonna feel it on them that they really, really want to. But I feel like depending on the way that they respect you and the way they hang out in your life and the way they stay in your life, like a bee, I feel like they're going to treat you like a buddy. They're not gonna treat you like a idol, you know what I mean, or anything like pedestal, you know what I mean? There is a sense of this catching up in their mind. So maybe when they first meet you, they get so dick dizzy, or you get dick dizzy, or something like this. Like there's a sexual attraction to where it's like, whoa, they can't help it. But at the end of the day, no, 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 they get right back into, I don't know, they get back into their mind, and they're calm. The wisdom card, they're mature again. I don't know. You have a way of startling people, and I feel like you can startle anyone even that's similar to you. Y'all can fool each other. But over time tells. With authenticity, I feel like authentic people will remain in your life and non-authentic ones will leave. If you have sex with them, any way, shape, or form, even if it's sexting, pictures, say you send some pics to these people, if you do any of these things to these people, I feel like nothing authenticity, I feel like you chose to do it. You stand by it. I feel like I don't know, even if you do it all the time, you're like, I like to do that. I don't care. I feel like there's an authenticity to you. So it's like you do what you want. And I feel like, but over time, you start to realize that there's a respect value that people have with you. And a lot of people get scared of you and respect you out of fear, and that's not very genuine. But then there's some people that just respect you naturally. And I feel like those are people that are like equals like you, no matter your ages. They're mentally equal to you. They're similar like you. The world treats them the same way in a way. So they understand you, wisdom, there's a connection. They're like part of your flock. Okay, the wisdom card, and also magical powers. So y'all, you might be a dragon and passion. That's what I'm saying. There's some passion here. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Anyone you meet is gonna have passion for you. So you can't literally see that as like as a test. Like, oh no, they fell head over heels and acted pervy with me first and foremost. They're a slut. No, no, you're gonna make everyone want to do that. I feel like some people will hold back, but I feel like that's maybe just because of being scared or timid, or depending on how you met them. They might even not even like you, but they definitely want to fuck you. So I'm gonna say, so sometimes you'll meet people in a bad situation and that doesn't even get talked about. But I feel like so, but y'all, and with authenticity, even if you meet people in an argument and say you rip someone's face off and argue with them and say terrible things to you, I feel like if they stay in your life, it's because they're part of your flock. They're somehow like you, or they want to understand you. Things like this, they respect you. That's for sure. Okay, but to help grow, you need to look at another pile and also know that this is something very psychic and powerful in you, and it's true. But also, I want to say, with great power comes great responsibility. So it's like you kind of just can't be out there doing whatever you want with people. I mean, you can. I don't. I wouldn't. That's my opinion. If I can give my own personal advice, not card advice, so stop giving away the milk for free. I feel like if you're someone who's making money off of it, though, I feel like then figure out a way because you are so much better than that. Go look at, I'm going to say maybe the other two piles in total. Maybe you're everything. All right? You might be an oracle like some of us over here. But you're too busy with this sex stuff to realize that. So how can you grow? I feel like realizing you're much more than this, than sex. Okay, but don't give up on don't lose your sex. Don't put sex away. Just because you might be super smart doesn't mean you don't get to have sex. Just because you're a nerd doesn't mean you shouldn't have sex. Okay, I was in a marriage where I wasn't allowed to play with myself. So it's like I'm having fun over here. I'm learning all sorts of things, exploring myself. Okay. It sounds crazy. It wasn't like that, but it was an imposed mental thing. There was a religious factor involved. Okay, religious people are strange. And I don't know. When you're married, you try to respect the other. But either way, so what psychic abilities are you growing? I want to say a bunch. More than this. And I feel like, but you definitely are psychically tuned into your pants. And I feel like you can use this as easily as tools of manipulation to get things and con things, make money. You know what I mean? Sugar daddies, sugar mamas, bills paid. You could do all sorts of things with this energy. But I feel like a lot of you, at a cost, you got to have a little pimp to keep you safe. It's not that easy to to go out there conning on your own. Okay, so it's like I want to say maybe give up any manipulation you've been doing with your sexual gifts. And I'm gonna say and go look at the other piles and see what you resonate with and try to do some more focusing and do something more with yourself because I feel like there's much more to sex. But I feel like when you're retired and there ain't nothing going on, I feel like sex is really good to have all the time. So I hope you have a great week. Bye.